Good evening and welcome to the regular City Council meeting for Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. Please join me, rise in Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, welcome this evening. First item up is approval of the agenda. Are there additions or corrections?
Just one item, Mayor, pulling item 6E from consideration tonight. Presented to the Park and Recreation and Natural Resources Commission last night, and they would just like a bit more time to consider that item before it came to the City Council. So.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so with item 6E removed from the agenda, I'll move the agenda. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and second on the consent, or on the full agenda. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We have an agenda. We'll move forward into presentations, proclamations, and acknowledgements, which we have none this evening. We'll move on to response to public comment. The only item I'm showing here, last meeting, we had a concern regarding our mowing policy. I understand that's been referred to staff and following up with that individual. And then we'll move to public comment. This evening, anyone wishing to come before council and express a concern or comment may do so. Please state your name and address and try to limit your comments to 3 minutes or less. So the floor is open. And seeing no one making the mad dash, go ahead and close the public comments, and we'll move on to our consent agenda. Item 6, now it's A through F with E removed. Would anyone like to pull any of the items?
No.
No.
Okay, I'm going to pull 6D, Flint Hills Resource Donation. So items A through F, less D and E. We have bill listings, minutes of the August 4th regular and work sessions, the approval entry into a new lease agreement for the replacement of our Toro lawnmowers, a 4-year lease. So with that, anyone wish to move the consent agenda of those items?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Tyson, second by Klimple. Roll, please.
Tyson,
Aye.
Bresky, Essler,
Aye.
Limple,
Aye.
Weisensell.
Aye. It passes 5-0, and we will pull up item 6D for further comment and discussion. And with that, I'll ask Chief to come forward and also his guest this evening to talk about this donation from Flint Hills.
All right. Well,
Chief.
good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm really lucky I get to stand up here today and I get to talk about how fortunate I am that we have a really strong and collaborative partnership with the Rosemount Fire Department and the Pine Bend Refinery Fire Department. It's a partnership that really mirrors the excellent working relationship between Flint Hills and the city as well. So the request that was brought forward to you this evening is really a direct result of what we consider effective communications and interoperability that occur off of the fire ground between our two departments. However, on the fire ground, we face a very different challenge. Currently, the radio systems that we use here at Rosemount are not compatible with those that are used by the Pine Bend Refinery Fire Department. This presents a significant communication barrier during emergency response and one that really could have critical implications on responder safety. So the donation that's proposed tonight would support the purchase of additional radios for the Rosemount Fire Department, and these radios can then be issued to the Pine Bend Refinery Fire Department personnel for use during emergency operations, not only with Rosemount Fire, but also with other responding agencies throughout the region. And really, after what is several months of meetings and research and collaboration and with the support of the Dakota County Fire Chiefs Association, Dakota 911, radio services, ANCOM Communications. These radios will be programmed with shared communications channels that will enable seamless interoperability with all public safety responders, regardless of jurisdiction. So the goal is that this initiative will help improve firefighter safety, ensure more effective protection of our critical infrastructure, and enhance our overall emergency response capabilities.
So joining you this evening?
And joining me this evening is Chief Dan Moe from the Pine Bend Refinery Fire Department, and I'd like
Welcome.
to offer him a chance to speak as well.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight. Like Chief Springer said, I'm Dan Moe, I'm the fire chief out at the refinery. And on behalf of Flint Hills Resources, I'm very pleased to donate or present the donation of $28,385.88 to the Rosemont Fire Department for the purchase of these radios. As Chief Springer mentioned, currently we have no way to communicate to our outside responders. If they call us for support, we have cell phones and that's it to communicate with these folks. So this is going to be a huge step forward with not only increasing our capabilities, but increasing their capabilities as well should they need our support in the future down the road. So again, I really appreciate the opportunity. I want to thank Chief Springer. He's put a lot of time into helping us out with this, so thank you, Chief. And yeah, I look forward to being able to work with the Rosemont Fire Department, you folks, more in the future, so thank you.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I hope some of our residents, listeners on this evening had an opportunity. Flint Hills had a 70th anniversary open house, and we were able to see not just their facility, but some of the equipment, including their fire. Quite impressive out there just for that facility, so appreciate that.
You bet.
So with that, I'll go ahead and move the approval of a resolution to accept the donation from Flint Hills Resources in the amount of the $28,385.88 for the purchase of 4 Motorola portable radios. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a motion by Weisencell, second by Essler. Roll, please.
Bresky,
Aye.
Essler,
Aye.
Limpo,
Aye.
Weisenthal,
Aye.
Tyson.
Aye.
That passes 5-0, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
With that, that completes our consent agenda. Item 6, we'll go ahead and move on to our public hearings this evening. Item 7, the amended and restated TIF spending plan. And who am I turning this over to? Mr. Keenberger?
Mr. Van Osken.
Mr. Van Oss, I'm sorry.
Mr. Mayor, so in 2022, the city approved the TIF spending plan, which allowed us to use about $2.7 million in our downtown TIF district, citywide to be used on new construction projects. That was through a state statute related to the COVID legislation. The state legislature granted us a year extension. It was supposed to end in 2025, but it will have to end in 2026. As such, we have to amend the spending plan. Meeting us tonight. The city's financial consultant is here to kind of run through what the plan does and what's being changed. Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, council members. So this evening, the spending plan is up for an amendment. The way the document is stated is that it would be amended and restated spending plan, so it just replaces the other one. There is a red line in the packet. So as Mr. Van Oss stated, you all approved a spending plan in November of 2022, and then you subsequently transferred $2.72 million into an account that is bearing interest. And that's one of the items that the legislature changed in 2025, is to explicitly say that interest earned on that transferred increment as you're investing those funds is the same as that transferred increment. It was ambiguous as to what that money was before they modified the statute in 2025. The funds can be used to provide assistance to private development in ways that TIF is not able to be used traditionally. You can put it into the equity of a project without the restrictions that usually come along with TIF. One of the things to note here is as you are spending these funds, the transfer over into this separate account means that you have the opportunity to spend it more liberally, but if you don't spend it, it will just go back into your TIF account and be governed by the rules. So spending it through the deadline either by the end of this year or should you extend the deadline through the action tonight to 2026, just gives you a longer window to spend it in that particular way. It doesn't mean that the funds are going to go away at the end of any particular year. So it's been earning interest at the end of the year. In 2024, it had another 104,000 and change in it. There's a bit more in there today. So it is earning money, which is great. Your current spending plan and the proposed amendment allows the city and Port Authority to spend between $25,000 and $500,000 on a project. Again, there's the one-year extension. You need to have a hearing and formally modify the spending plan in order to get the one-year extension. And as you can see in there, there's language that addresses the interest issue and other minor tweaks that have improved the document that you have. And with that, again, in essence, we're just extending the timeline, dealing with the interest, and then you're having the hearing, which you can continue to do throughout the rest of this year. Should there be other changes to the document that you want to have, you can do that through the end of this year, but after the end of this year, you can't amend the spending plan any longer. With that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Floor is open. Any questions, council?
Nope.
Seeing none, then we'll proceed to opening the public hearing. Again, this is a public hearing for the amended and restated TIF spending plan. Anyone wishing to speak on this may do so at this time. Please come to the podium, state your name, address, and your comments. Podium's open. Going once, twice. Seeing no one making a move to the podium, I move to close the public hearing. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a motion by Weisensell, second by Tyson. Roll, please.
Essler,
Aye.
Klimple,
Aye.
Weisensell,
Aye.
Tyson,
Aye.
Fresky.
Aye.
And go back, any follow-up? There's no real comments. So anyone wish to move the motion on the amended and restated TIF spending plan?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Klimple, second by Fresky. Roll, please.
Klimple,
Aye.
Weisensell,
Aye.
Tyson,
Aye.
Fresky,
Aye.
Essler.
Aye.
And that passes 5-0. We have an amended and restated spending plan. Completes item 7. We'll move on to item H, which there are 8, which there is no unfinished business this evening. Item 9, new business, which we have none. And we're to announcements. Number 10, city staff updates. Anything, Mr. Martin?
Mayor, not a ton tonight, but it's a short meeting, and so I will give a quick little update. I know you've got a bunch of good upcoming events to talk about. So one thing I wanted to flag that's maybe a bit off the public's radar, but Mayor Weisensell and I had a chance to go to an annual tour out at the Rosemount Research and Outreach Center, which is the U of M research facility that occurs in Rosemount and Empire. And every summer they allow a bunch of officials that are on, I'm on one of the committees out there that gets to kind of keep track of what they're doing. And then other officials like the mayor and others come to see what research is happening right here in our own backyard. And so we learned about a lot of things this year that are really interesting, like robotic field walkers, that like robots that walk the field and can spray the seeds and spray the product and things like that. It was called the Robot, R-O-W-B-O-T, for the rows of the corn. I thought it was a play off of the PJ Fleck row the boat thing, and it wasn't. It's a nationwide company, but I think PJ should for sure brand the Robot for robots. And then learned about manure and different manure applications, and that was fascinating. Some of the tallest corn I've ever seen. So fun to just kind of get out of the office and see what like food security production research is happening legitimately in the city of Rosemount, which is really, really cool. We have the biggest research center in the Dakota County, or the U of M system, even with the land sales that have occurred in Umore, we're still by far the largest research plot that occurs there in Waseca and Lanesboro and a few other spots, but we are the largest. So I think that was it for me, Mayor. I can throw the mic back to you.
All right. It is pretty amazing how much research that they actually do out there, egg-based and everything. We also got some feedback on the rain and how it's affecting crops and crop prices. The one individual is a Rosemount resident that works for the extension, and gets pretty fired up about how much water we got, when we got it, and how that's affecting literally the price of corn and soybeans. So something new and different.
Yeah.
All right. With that, that completes item A, 10A. We'll go to 10B. Any announcements from council? Any items to share? Seeing none, all right, we'll move on then to our calendar. Following this evening, we have a planning commission meeting on August 26th, 6:30 to 7:30. Here at the City Hall, the next youth commission meeting will be on August 27th from 3:45 to 4:45 at the Steeple Center. City Hall will be closed on Labor Day, September 1st. That will come up really quick. The next city council work session from 5 to 6 on September 2nd. City council will follow that meeting 7 to 8, both here at City Hall. And then also in our community, as a follow-up to our August being Overdose Awareness Month and the proclamation that we had at our last meeting, is a call out on August 21st. People can bring in their prescription drugs that they have no further use for and get them out of their house. They can be dropped off at the Police Department Public Works new campus building on Biscayne. That drop-off is from 9 to 11 or 5 to 7. And then on August 31st, which had been mentioned last time, is the International Overdose Awareness Day. There will be a vigil that will occur at the Steeple Center from 7 to 8:15. They'll have speakers and tabletop information available for people interested in that information. August 31st will be Labor Day weekend, so that's that Sunday evening. So with that, if there is no other business to come before council, I'll move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you. Have a good evening.